So, what we're going to be talking about is volume. We're going to start with a hexagonal prism, and the area of really anything you want to do is always going to be base times height equals volume. Big B stands for area of the base, H stands for height, and V stands for volume, which you probably guessed. But first you want to try to find the area of the base. So the base over here is going to be a hexagon. And you know when you first want to divide it into triangles, you know every time you do that with a hexagon, it is always going to come out as all of them are going to be equilateral. So what you do is you know all of these are going to be 60, all these angles out here are all going to be 60. So what you do is then once you do that, you split the triangle down the middle to make a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Then you divide the 4, which is the side, to 2 B's. You're only using half of the triangle. And you know it's going to be 4 B's equilateral. Which, there we go. After that, you then want to use the 30, 60, 90 formula, which makes it 2 radical 3, which is also going to equal 13 points, no, not 13 point, never mind. It's 3.46, sorry, I was going to hit myself. Next, you want to multiply the height, which is going to be that, times the base. So it'd be 3.46 times 4. That's going to all equal, then here comes the 13.89. After that, you want to then divide by 2.
4.
Oh, 4.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry. Next, then you want to divide all this by 2, which would equal, I'm going to move over here, 6.92. After that, then you want to multiply all of this by 6, because you have 6 equilateral triangles, and since you found the area of just one of them, you want to multiply by 6 to get all of them add up. So next, then it's going to be 41.52, and that is just the area of the base. That is all you did was just found all of this. But now we go back to the prism. We found out this is going to be 41.52 centimeters squared. After that, then you want to multiply by the height. Going back to the formula, you just found the base. So base 41.52 times H equals V. So next you want to replace the height. So it'd be 41.529 equals volume. And if you've taken algebra last year, then you know whenever you do the algebra, you have to replace everything. You put parentheses around it. So by replacing the height, I put parentheses around the 9. So after we do that, we multiply the 41.52 multiplied by the 9, which will give us 373.68 centimeters cubed. And that is going to be the answer to a volume of a rectangular prism. Thank you.
Hexagonal prism.
Hexagonal prism.
Not rectangular.
Okay.
It's really weird.
So next we're going to be learning about the area of a cone and the area of a pyramid. First we're going to start with the pyramid, which for both, they have the same formula times volume, which is 1/3 times base times height. The large B, meaning, like in the last video, the area of the base. So the base is going to be these faces, that circle and the square. So over here we have the square, which is going, so what we're going to know is we want to do first 4 times 4 equals 16. So we know this is 16 centimeters squared. So now that we know it's down here, it's 16 centimeters squared, we multiply that by 6. So we do 16 times 6, because we're going back down to the formula over here. We're doing the area of the base times the height, which would equal 96. Then, back down here, you want to multiply the area of the base times the height, and multiply that by 1/3, which is the same thing as dividing by 3. So you want to divide by 3, which would equal
What's it?
32.
By 2. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's 32.
Yeah, okay. Which is 32. Once you get that, then that is your answer. So it's 32 centimeters cubed. Okay, so over here at the cone, it's going to be a little different because we're going to be working with a circle times 6. So first we have the radius, which if you know what the radius, to find the area of the radius is pi r squared equals the area of a circle. So first we're going to start with 4. So we're going to replace the r with 4 squared equals a. So first the area, the square root of 4 is going to, not the square root, 4 to the second power is going to be 16 times pi equals area. So 16 times pi equals 50, that was a horrible 5, 50.24. So that's going to be 16, it's going to be 16 times pi. That is going to equal 50.24, which is going to be the area of this entire place. So it's centimeters squared. After that, you want to go back to this problem, or back to this formula at least. Big B stands for area of the base. So we found the area of the base over here, which is 50.24. Then we want to know the height. We know the height right here, which is 6 centimeters. And props to Livy for this amazing cone and these amazing numbers. So you do 50.24 times 6 equals 301.44 centimeters. We're just going to put centimeters because we don't know, because that isn't the volume yet. We don't know the volume. That's if we were doing a cone, not a cone. If we were doing a cylinder, then that would be the volume of the cylinder. But since we're doing a cone, we want to divide that by 3, which is, we'll just put down here, 100.48 centimeters cubed. So this is going to be your answer to the volume of this cone. Thank you for watching. Hi, next video, we're going to be finding the volume of a sphere. Please get it out of my face. First, what you want to do is this is going to be the formula. It's going to be 4/3 pi r to the third power. Now the thing is, you got to remember that it's 4/3, not 3/4. And when you're doing the volume, it's radius to the third power, not to the second, like we usually do with a area. So we're going over here. We want to find the area of this circle first. So we're not going to try to find the area. We want to look at this specifically. We don't want to look at the rest of the shape. So here it is. First, you will need to find this right here, which is going to be your radius. So radius is just diameter divided by 2. So it's going to be 12 divided by 2 equals 6 centimeters. So r equals 6. So then we come back here. It's going to be, if we replace everything, it's going to be 4/3 pi, place the r, with a 6 to the third power equals volume. V standing for volume, just on that. So 6 to the third power equals 216. So gotta replace that. Equals volume.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Then you do 216 times pi, which will give you 678.24 equals V. 4 to the third. That's a horrible 3. So then you have all that. Now all's left to do is multiply those. So you do 678.24 times 4 to the third equals volume. Now, you're going to see that I actually flipped these two problems because in my mind it's easier to the fraction afterwards. So, but in multiplication or addition, you can do it either way. So, when you do this, it comes out all nice and pretty as 904.3199 equals volume. But if you really just want to round, I don't really like rounding because I want to get more of an exact answer. But if you round, it's going to be 904.32 centimeters cubed. And that is the volume of a sphere. Thank you for watching.